Well, hello, it's Carl here, and I thought today I'd give you a review of an app on my phone that I really like. It's called Inshot, and you can see it there in the middle of the screen. As you can probably tell, I'm using this on Android. I'm not sure if it's available on Apple, but as the old saying goes, other apps are available. So, Inshot, why do I like it? It's a video editor, and it works really easily. I downloaded it, I tried the free version, really liked it, so I upgraded to the Pro version. Didn't cost me an awful lot, about £1.50, £2.50 if that, which supports the developers and it gets rid of all the pesky adverts, or annoying adverts, however you want to look at them, but essential obviously for the developers. So, let's have a look at Inshot. As you can see in the top right hand side, it does say Pro. There is a settings wheel there too, and that just basically gives you access to some of the things that, it's just Inshot promoting a lot of their stuff. If we move down the screen, you've got Create New box where you've got video, photo, collage, and there is an option there to take fresh footage using your built camera. I'm not really going to go into the photo and collage modes, mostly because the editing features are the same as the video. The menu layout is the same, so I might as well just show you the one. Once you know how to use the one, you'll be able to work out how to use the other two should you choose to use this app. So let's dive straight into video. First thing that you see is it says last draft or new. Now it'll show that on mine because I've actually been using the app. So the last draft is the last project I was working on. If I was to tap that and open it up, it will give me what I was previously working on so that I can continue editing it. I've already saved that, there's no need, so we're going to start on new. So as you can see in this screen, it takes you to your photo gallery. It shows you what video footage you've got. At the top of the screen here you can see there's quite a few flashes of houses, what looks like flashes of houses. There was a lightning storm the other night across York, so I took a bit of footage. I thought, well, I might as well use that, create a little video, show you how to use it. A lot of these clips you can see are quite short. That's because I've previously trimmed them. But I thought I'd show you how to trim them using Inshot, so you've got a better idea. So if you look on the third one across, third one down, there's one that's 14 seconds long. If I tap that one first, you can actually trim it before you open it in the app. If you press on the little scissors icon, it gives you the option there to trim. All you do is you slide the bars across and trim it where you want to trim it. And as you can see, by moving it across, it does actually move it to various sections of the film. I'm not going to trim it there, simply because I want to show you how to do it within the editor too. Let's tap on all the rest of these. I'm not going to put them in any particular order. I'm just going to tap them all in and we'll create a little video out of those. Then look at the bottom right hand side, there is the tick sign. That's to say that you're happy with that selection. So now at the bottom you've got a slider. Above that you've got your editing menu, and then in the middle you've got your video. So if I just press play, it'll run through everything that I've just put in that box. Now this first set clip, as I say, is 14 seconds long, and the lightning doesn't occur until the end. So we're going to trim that individual clip. As it runs through each clip, there's a little pen editing symbol on the bottom left hand side of each clip. So that's showing you that each clip can indeed be edited in its own right within the editor. So let's stop that and slide it back. All you do is you run your finger across the slider and let's edit this clip here. The menu thing is to trim. So let's press trim, and it's the same as the previous one. You can just slide the bar across until it gets to the bit you want, where it starts to flash and get bright. Slide end. So you can trim, you can cut, you can split, just like a traditional editor on your PC or tablet. So as you can see now, that clip at the bottom there, the bottom left, is now considerably shorter. So let's have a look at this one. So let's start there. Flash, flash, flash. Then in here, slightly longer period, flashing. And then I think there's another quick flash at the end. No, so we'll edit that one too. So pause, go back. So because it's mid-clip, it gives you a different option. So what we're going to do is you can select whichever clip you want. It's on the second clip along. We're going to trim that one. And we're just going to trim some of this stuff off the end. So find where it flashes there. settles down, trim that. So we've now made that shorter. Let's go back. So now we have flash, 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 flash. And the whole idea was I just thought I'd create a little collection of clips. Let's edit that one. So that one's considerably longer than it needs to be. Trim that one. I love the way it lights up the house. This is a house opposite where I live, through my bedroom window. I think we'll trim that to there. Make that shorter and run it. Now that's a slowed down clip. That's one that I previously edited. And I slowed that down. I'm just sliding the bar across at the bottom here so that I can move it. And you can see that fork lightning. Looks like it struck the house, like one of the houses opposite, doesn't it? But it didn't. There is a faster version of that clip within this little section. Let's press play again and see where we get to. That's another slowed down version. That's the faster version. I was just tinkering with it just to see what I could do to bring out the fork lightning, really. That one looks like a bit of a naff clip, doesn't it? Yeah, it is, isn't it, really? So we'll go back and tap that one, and then we'll delete that particular clip because I don't like it. Lots of flashing there, lots of flashing there, flashing in the background. There we go. As you can see from the bottom, if you look right at the bottom of the screen, it says 42.7. That's how many seconds this overall collection of clips lasts. So under a minute. So we'll leave it at that because it'll give you an idea of how long it takes to save a clip that's under a minute long. Let's just have a look through some of these other features so that I can show you what it does. So you've got canvas. So basically you can change the ratio of the screen that you want to use, so you can use it to fit Instagram, YouTube, etc., and any other formats that you're interested in. You can add filters, so you can, as you can see from the bottom there, there's a selection of pre-built filters, which, in all fairness, because this is a dark image, they're not going to look good. If we click Effect, again, you can get different aspects, so you can make it look like neon, where there's glitches in the filming. And it's just got some nice features. You can pay for additional ones as well, or download them. Some of them are free, some of them they charge you to download. Then on Adjust, you've got standard image editing features. So contrast, warmth, tint, saturation, fade, highlight, shadow, colour, etc., etc. If you're used to using image editors, you'll find this really straightforward and easy to use. It's not difficult at all. All you have to do, actually, to be honest, is just tinker with these and see what it actually does to the image. And you can edit each clip, or you can edit the whole lot, apply to it all. So that's it for the filters. Now, this is one of the features I particularly like. You can add music. Now, some of these are copyrighted. In fact, most of them are copyrighted. And so long as you add the copyright information it gives you, you shouldn't have any issues with putting it on YouTube. And what I tend to use is I've used all the Inshot classic ones, because these are just little clips that you can add over the top of things, and they range from around about a minute long down to a few seconds. When you first tap on them, it'll give you the option to download it, because none of these are initially downloaded. There's no charge for these. So let's just say we used Little Trip. And it gives you the option to use it, or there's Good Time. You get the idea. Right, this is one that I haven't actually downloaded. And you can see the little cloud there. If I tap that, it'll download it, and then you can use it. Same with this, I haven't used that one, so those are all now stored. So there are other ones. You can, if I tap that, it will tell you the copyright information that I need to put if I'm going to make this into a public featured video. Not going to put any, oh well actually yes, we'll put a little clip over the top. In fact, let's use the longest one just for... Now as you can see, I've made a mistake here because the timeline was actually not right at the beginning. Right at the beginning would have been there. So I can change this. If I tap on these, I'm going to delete that. So now the music thing is right at the beginning. So if I tap, you see there's a little plus next to the crotchet. If I tap that again, and then go to silence, theme, use. So that's now right at the beginning. You get the idea? Okay, so if we go back to music, you probably notice this. If I tap on these, so you can change the overall volume of it so that it's just a quiet sound in the background, or you can have it louder so that it dominates. You can fade in, fade out, also nice features. Or if you're not happy with that particular piece, you just press the little bin icon and get rid of it. If I clip on each of the clips, I can change the volume of each one of these individual clips. So depending on what you're doing, if you have clips that if you want to hear what's going on in the clip, you can feature those, or you can mute the ones where you don't want any sound and you want the background music to be dominant. So that's music. Stickers. Quite like the sticker feature. There's a load pre-built in. You can add little ones to encourage people to tweet it, like it, share it, etc. There's some daft ones. There's a selection, as you can see, across here, so you can add emoticons, emojis, you can add various little tweaks to your imagery, and there's quite a few if you slide along. Some of these cost you to download, some of them don't. So I've downloaded a few and tweaked a few. Again, it's not one of those things I've played with massively. You'll see in the videos at the end what I've done. So that's stickers. Oh, well, let's add a sticker in just for fun so you know what happens. Right, okay, so let's just stick sharing. Right, so as you can see, that lands in the middle of the screen. You can move that around. You can make it bigger or smaller. If you press the edit, you can edit how you want it to come in, how you want it to adjust into the screen. So we'll leave that like that. You can adjust the duration. Let's leave it at 1 second. Okay, so let's dip back out of there. Now you can see it's now showing you the sticker timeline of where the sticker appears within the video. Now because that's a share, that's not necessarily something you'd want right bang in the middle. You might do. So if you want, you can just tap it and move it along to where you want it to go. This is a little bit faffy, I have to say, especially if you've got big fat sausage fingers like mine. There's probably an easier way to do this and I just haven't found it. Been a bit stupid. Right, okay, so we'll stick that at the end. I've gone way too far there. Let's just bring that back in to the end of the video. Come on, stay in there. Let's just bring that back in. There we go. So now that just shows up at the end. So if we just run this from halfway through, say, we've got the sound. And then if you want to encourage people to share it, etc. If you tap the sticker, that's not quite straight, you can just reposition it. There you go. You can add text, as you can see from here. So let's go back, we'll do some text too. So let's, right at the beginning, somewhere over the second clip, you can see where I've just moved the timeline. Let's add some text that says, It was a dark and stormy night. Right, okay, that's using the last font that I used. So if we want, we can change the fonts to all these that are built in. Let's use Blackout Midnight. And obviously you can change the colours as well, the colour features. You can see there it says text, border, shadow, label, opacity. You can add so many features to the text. It's just really quite a powerful little editor. You can change it from the justification to left, to centre, to right justified. If we want to, well, let's just change the opacity a little bit. You can just make it so that it looks a little bit more blendy, so that it fits more in the background. Or you can have it really bright so it stands right out. So we'll go with that. Adjust the size, straighten it up, and then just, whoops, sausage fingers, stick it to the corner of the house. Did you see the cross in the middle there? That tells you whether you've got it in alignment with the video or not, which is quite useful. So that's out of alignment, that's in alignment, and it just snaps back in. Useful, as I say, there's so many useful features. Okay, so we've put that text clip over that's showing up in the timeline. So if I run this now from the beginning, as I say, you can have that fade in and out should you wish. Let's just stop that. What else can we add? Right, we can adjust the speed. If I want to adjust the speed, so that's adjusted the speed of that little clip that I just clicked on. This one there just coming up, should be really quick. There we go. So yeah, you can adjust the speed of all the clips individually. Or you can adjust all, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Is that just the first? No, it's each individual clip. You see how that first clip has just got really short? Right, so if we just press stop, see how long that clip is there. If I tap on speed now, you can see it's set at 1. So I can make that really quick. So you see how that got shorter? So the second clip along, as I say, is now flash. As you can see from the end, the figures in the bottom right hand side, it was at something like 41 seconds I believe, and it's now at 39 seconds for the overall length of the video. So you can adjust the speed. Equally, you can slow things down too. So if we go back to that first clip and then speed, so that's currently set at 2, which means twice as fast. If we go right down to the bottom, it's now half as slow, so it's now slower than it was before. You see that? So it's a lot slower. Okay. So that's the speed feature. Background, if there's any space in the video between the actual imagery and the background, you can add a background colour. You can crop clips, crop the overall video. So if you have something at the top of the screen that you don't want in, so say you'd taken a video footage and you'd caught the window frame in or something off, you can actually crop those out. Which is again quite useful. Or you can actually crop to Instagram, as you can see at the bottom there, YouTube, and it will just automatically crop the lot for you. And then finally on that side you've got rotate and flip, which are pretty standard editing tools, so it's not hard to work out what they do. Okay, so that's basically it. That is a very brief overview, and when I say brief, I know this has taken me over 20 minutes to record, which has surprised me actually. If you've got any questions, by all means ask them, but it is an app that's worth downloading and tinkering with. It's so worth it. It's fun, it's easy to use, I hope I've not made it look too difficult. And yeah, I totally recommend this. What I'll now do is run a load of clips that I've created using Inshot and had fun with. I'll run them chronologically from the first ones when I first started tinkering with it to the later ones, and you'll see how I've started to progress adding things to the clips. If you've liked this, please give me a thumbs up, and if you click the subscribe, which is free, and the bell icon, YouTube will let you know when I release a new video. So thanks again. Cheers, bye. One of my customers has this lovely little ornament. It's only 6 inches long. And of course the worst part about being self-employed is realising you're still working for an idiot. This box is a bit misleading. It says on there it serves 8. I've only got 2 portions out of it. Spray the whole sink area with thin bleach. You must rinse thoroughly before using the next product. Spray the sink area with an acidic toilet cleaner. Rinse thoroughly. One of the things I always do when I'm working in a property, in the kitchen, when I clean the kitchen, when it comes to the toaster, is I always take the crumb tray out and remove the crumb tray and empty it out. And I do that for health and safety reasons really, because household appliances are a big cause of fires in properties. So I have come to somewhere, the crumbs have been so high, stacked so high that they've actually been caught fire at some point. So they are a fire hazard. And I'd hate to leave a house only to find out that there was a fire and it could have been prevented by something I'd done. So yeah, that's just one of the little things that I take care of around here. Hands up if you're old enough to remember these days.